Welcome to the workshop. Today we are going to be using the anatomical heart charms that we collected from the ears, the elf ears that we did. I kept these because I knew I wanted to make them earrings, and I have found several little charms that might work well with them, so I figured we could play around and see what comes out organically. Yeah? All right, so whenever I used to go to the markets, I would bring with me some plastic pieces for people that liked my jewelry that had metal allergies. And I would always bring clip-ons for people who didn't have pierced ears. But we are just going to use these regular pieces. So what we have is our anatomical hearts. I really love these guys. I love anatomical hearts. I worked on a heart unit for 2 years and it was my absolute favorite. We have these beautiful red jewels that I'm definitely going to be handling that weird clasp it has on it. I love these little stackers. I think these are the coolest. Like, so neat. So we'll be using those. I have an idea with the red drops and the chain to make it look maybe a little like blood. I don't know yet. So let's just kind of see how this works organically. We're going to start with some of these little pieces here. These are large enough to fit around the anatomical heart. Hooks. Hoops. They're hoops. That looks good. What do we do next? I want to use these. So we're going to pull out a few of these pins. So you can see that these tiny little ones have this flat head on them. This is great if you, I think these are going to be too big, but if you have a small bead that will stop at the bottom, that's good for that. When I went to Michael's, they were out of the ones that had the hoop at the end. So that's okay. We're just going to create it ourselves. There we go. How many of these do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I maybe want something in between those. I'm not sure how that hangs. I don't like that as much as I thought I would. So, one moment. I have these. Most of these are more purple. I don't know how oh, I have some black ones in here. That's what I'm going to do. Let me fish out these black ones. All right, let's try this again. Let's see what it looks like with the black pieces in between. I have a feeling that it might not stack still the way I want it, but I'm going to give it a shot. I just don't like it. So, how would one look on here? I don't hate that. I don't love that, but I don't hate that. Let's see. I like that. We have to turn it so that both hoops look like that. Let's see which side I like at the top. I like that one at the top. So let's see. I like that. I think that's pretty. So now we attach it to this. Now here's where the direction of the hoops come into play. When I hang this down, I want to make sure that the heart faces forward, which means that I'm going to have to turn these a little bit more. Perfect. And now when this hooks on here, it will hang down the right way. That's nice. I like that. I think I'm going to turn these into whole different earrings because I like these too much now. Perfect. Now, when you're making jewelry yourself, it's never going to be perfect. I mean, you can get close to perfect, but I want to make sure that these are at least the right height in my hands. So I think I'm going to put this one on top because that one's larger. And this one is larger on top. Perfect. Well, you know, like I said, as close to perfect as you can get. Now we have to worry about directional pieces, okay? Because these need to be hung on a hoop that's forward. Does that make sense? So now we have to grab on. That's why I have 4 of these out here when I'm only making 2 pairs. Very gently turn. Oh, we did it. Sometimes these will break. Sometimes that hoop at the bottom will just boop, pop right off. We can close her on up. Beautiful. Now we deal with these little guys. All right. And now it has its own little dangle, but it is not facing forward, so we need to turn it just a little. Oh no! Well, that's the end of that. Well, that sucks. I was going to make a pretty set of earrings out of that, but I completely broke the plastic. Alright, so since I absolutely destroyed that piece, it's going in the trash now. That's unfortunate. I still have this pretty hanging piece that we could make into a necklace that would be pretty, but if we wanted to, we could make a necklace that matches those. So, the way we would do that is the same way we did these pieces here. We'll make it match this drop of blood. So it'll look like maybe the drop of blood is coming from the heart. Yeah? So now we take our chain. There we go. I'm going to wrap this around my neck real quick and see how much of it we need. All right, so I need this much chain to make it sit where I want on my neck. And we'll take these little pieces that came with the chain because it came in a little set. So let's see, it gives us nice tiny little hoops here. I don't even know if my hands can work with these. Let's see. All right. So it looks like we got that piece together. I just want to make sure that it's tight enough. I actually don't mind that that overlaps. It's going to give it a little more strength. So I would put my necklace on this way. Boop. So we're going to put, oh, I guess it's non-directional, so it doesn't really matter. So I can hook this. There we go. Hangs beautifully. And now what type of attachments? Oh, all it has is these tiny little, that would be difficult for me to hook with my hands. I'm going to use a larger one. I know it came with the smaller ones, but the way my hands sometimes give out on me, I'm not going to do that to myself because I know that future self is going to have a hard time. Now the question we have is, will this fit into this tiny piece? It will. Oh, I cannot wait to put this on. I am so dead. Oh my god, this with these earrings is killing me. Hold on. I mean, is there anything better to die for in the whole world? I don't know. I'm going to put these on. I'm going to show you. I'm so in love with what we did today. Like, I can't even breathe. I feel like I want to wear this to work tomorrow. Okay, so I love this so much, I had to change clothes. Look how gorgeous that is. Those are so pretty. Here, hold on. I want a nice background for that. Look how beautiful those are. Like, those are so pretty. I could not be happier. Couldn't be happier. What a happy accident this was to accidentally break one of those, right? Like, it's so good. Well, I had fun. I hope you had fun. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope all good things are coming to you.